You've probably used at least one of these AI tools, maybe all three. But here's the thing nobody talks about. It's not about which one is the smartest. It's about which one doesn't make you want to pull your hair out. Today we're doing a no-fluff, no-jargon comparison of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, purely based on how easy they are to actually use. No benchmarks, no parameter counts, just vibes, UI, and real user experience. Let's go. Let's start with the one that started it all, ChatGPT. When you first land on the ChatGPT interface, it's fine. It's clean. There's a big text box in the middle, some preset prompts to get you started, and a sidebar where your old conversations live. Nothing about it screams wow, but nothing about it is confusing either. The thing ChatGPT does really well is familiarity. It pioneered this chat-based format, so most people already know how to use it because it trained them. You type, it responds, done. Where it gets a little messy is the model picker. If you're on the free plan, you get GPT 4.0 sometimes. Sometimes it bumps you down when traffic is high, and you might not even notice. On the paid plan, you have to manually switch between models, and there are now a lot of models. GPT 4.0, 0.1, 0.3 mini, 0.4 mini. It can feel like you're configuring a rocket ship instead of just having a conversation. The sidebar is functional, but searching old chats is surprisingly weak. If you had a great conversation 2 months ago, good luck finding it without scrolling forever. The verdict on ease of use is that it's easy to start, a little annoying to manage long term. Now let's talk about Claude. And full disclosure, this is Anthropic's product, so I'm going to be extra fair here. Claude's interface is genuinely one of the cleanest in the AI space right now. It's minimal without feeling cold. The chat window breathes. The sidebar is organized. And crucially, the projects feature is a game changer for anyone doing ongoing work. Projects let you group conversations by topic, give Claude a set of instructions that persist across chats, and upload documents that it remembers throughout. It's like having a dedicated assistant for each area of your life. One for work, one for writing, one for research. One thing users rave about is how natural Claude feels to talk to. It doesn't pepper you with bullet points by default. It doesn't over-explain. It has this quality where it feels like a smart friend responding, not a database outputting answers. The weak spot? File handling used to be limited, though it's improved. And if you're looking for image generation built in, Claude doesn't have that natively the way other tools do. My verdict on the ease of use is that it is very easy, especially for writers, researchers, and anyone doing deep work. And then there's Gemini, Google's AI, and this one's interesting. If you live in Google's ecosystem, Gmail, Docs, Drive, Calendar, Gemini has a killer advantage. It's woven directly into those tools. You can ask it to summarize your emails, draft a doc, or pull info from your Drive without copy-pasting anything. That integration is genuinely impressive. The standalone Gemini interface at gemini@google.com is fairly clean. It has a conversational layout similar to the others, and Google's design language means it feels polished out of the box. The Gems feature, which is basically custom AI personas, is Gemini's answer to custom GPTs and Claude's projects. But here's where Gemini sometimes frustrates people. Consistency. The quality of responses can feel uneven depending on the task. It's brilliant when you're working inside Google's apps. It's a bit more average when you're just chatting with it on the standalone site. Also, it can feel a little corporate, like it's working hard to be inoffensive. Sometimes, you want an AI that just gives you a direct answer, and Gemini occasionally hedges more than necessary. The verdict? Gemini is the easiest if you're already in Google's world, less compelling if you're not. So what's the bottom line verdict? If you're brand new to AI tools, any of these will work, but ChatGPT is probably the one your friends are already using, which makes getting help easier. If you're a writer, student, or knowledge worker who wants to go deep on projects and actually enjoy the conversation, Claude is genuinely the most pleasant to use day to day. And if your whole life is in Google, your work, your email, your calendar, Gemini Mod is the no-brainer because of how well it slots into tools you already have. The dirty secret? Most power users end up using 2 or 3 of these depending on the task. And honestly, that's the right answer. All right. That's a wrap on this one. If this saved you from the paralysis of picking the perfect AI tool, do me a favor and smash that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this video. Subscribe if you want more no-fluff tech comparisons like this one. We skip the hype and just tell you what's actually useful. And drop a comment below. Which of these are you currently using? And what's your hot take? Is there one I got totally wrong? Let's argue about it. I love a good comment section debate. See you in the next one.